And welcome, hello Nellie, welcome once again to the News That Broke Glass, episode 22. It's very late on Wednesday night, the 1st of September. My birthday is on the 4th and I'm going down to the Rise Outlaw Cup, and there is about 9,000 billion GCW shows to talk about in September. And Mark Cardona's new fucking GCW World Heavyweight Championship that I'll put up here. He's now got a new spinner belt with Velcro straps and everything. It's a thing of beauty. It's very fucking funny, and it's a very good thing for a heel to have. I like when people have their own original sort of belts, aside from that fucking ugly piece of shit that Jeff Hardy had in TNA. Remember that? 2010 or whatever it fucking was. Anyway, start off with some reviews. So I watched Insane 8. This was only a couple of days ago. This was on August 29th, I think this show was on. And the very next day it was on Smart Mark Video, and they edited this down to a fine, sharp edge. It's only like an hour and a half long. They basically cut all the entrances out. It's just so streamlined. Anyway, tournament was really good. It was outside. I think it was in roughly about the same place where the last Insane 8 was. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin anyway. Or Waukesha, Wisconsin, sorry, not Milwaukee. At the Waukesha Elks Lodge, apparently capacity 400 according to Cage Match, which could be true. I'd assume it was. Anyway, the first match we got three-way dance, Herzog, Phoenix Kid, Remington Raw. This was really good. I'd rather it had just been a single match between Herzog and Remington Raw. I really like Herzog. He's one of my favourite wrestlers on the indies. I don't know why I say that on the indies. I just mean favourite wrestlers, because all I really watch is fucking indie wrestling, because fucking WWE. Anyway, Herzog beats Phoenix Kid and Remington Raw. Lots of like sick chair shots and things like that. There's a barbed wire bat. Herzog did a big running like double fucking foot stomp to Phoenix Kid and like kicked his fucking face clean off his head in the corner, which was really fucking sick. Really good match, opener, decent, and as I say, hour and a half. When I downloaded this, it's like, see sometimes when you watch GCW shows, obviously there's intermissions and things like that. Like the shows can like run like 4.5, 5 hours. It's like an hour and a half. Brilliant. It's fucking great. Half the fucking time of Raw. Fuck me. Anyway, we've got the first match. It was meant to be Mickey Knuckles against Neil Diamond Cutter, but Mickey Knuckles was injured or there was something wrong with her or something, but she's perfectly fine now, I think, but she wasn't able to be there, so somebody called Percy Drews, who I've never ever seen before, was fighting Neil Diamond Cutter. This match was pretty good. There was light tubes and chairs and double stomps into chairs and running cannonballs into doors and everything like that. And Neil Diamond Cutter won, unsurprisingly. I mean, he was my pick to win. He's now got new gear, so I assume that my gloves will be on the way shortly, because you've got new gear, new knee pads and everything. Good match, probably one of the better opening round matches. In the next match we got Schlack versus fucking returning Jeff King. King was replacing Matthew Justice. Strange to see Jeff King, who was meant to be at Farewell to the Pawn Shop against, no he wasn't, he was meant to be against Neil Diamond Cutter. Actually, I've got the poster up there, that's what I'm trying to look at. You can't fucking see it in camera shot. Anyway, this match was very like slow and like brutal, and they were like punching, like Schlack kept hitting fucking Jeff King in the knees, and he did like a big sort of leg drop, elbow drop thing to Jeff King on the outside through like a table and chairs. I will say this for this show, that the crowd's very close to the ring. It's very difficult for the wrestlers to like do much outside the ring, because everybody's so packed in and so close, it's very difficult for them to move. Anyway, but I can't even remember what Schlack won with. It might have been a powerbomb or something, but Schlack then smacked him a light tube afterwards. And it was a good match, good to see Jeff King back. Hopefully he'll be on ICW No Holds Barred at some point soon. And the next match, which I thought was decent as well, not my favourite match the first round, unsurprisingly, that's the next match. It's Alex Colon against Akira in a barbed wire, ropes, tubes of bundles. All these matches have apparently got like stipulations on Cage Match, but I won't read them because they're not important. They're all just tubes and doors and chairs and barbed wire ropes for everything. This match was good. They're beating the fuck at each other. It looked at a point where they were both kind of like gassed a little bit. Even looked like that in the Schlack Jeff King match, but as Alex Colon, who wins this match, and Schlack come back in their semi-final matches, they were like full of juice. So it's like, I don't know, who knows. This match was decent. I mean, a lot of people were thinking Akira was going to go all the way, but I don't know. But he got beaten by Alex Colon. I'm almost certain it was like a little roll-up. There was quite a few little sneaky little roll-ups in this show that got people through to the next rounds and stuff. And then the next match, which was incredibly quick, 5 minutes, thereabouts, was Neil Diamond Cutter against Schlack. And this match was fucking great. There was a big pane of glass that Schlack went through, and there was a Christmas tree in the corner. What did somebody say? Schlack said something like, "Oh yeah, it should be Christmas in July, not August." And then he said, "Bah humbug," and everybody laughed. I laughed as well. It was good. Christmas tree, panes of glass, light tubes, and Neil Diamond Cutter, I think even this match as well, won with a sneaky little roll-up. And I've completely missed my favourite first round match. I was so distracted, see having to read this fucking shit on Cage Match. Everything all just looks the same. Sorry. Another first round match, Orm Veit defeated Vic Capri, and this was my favourite match of the entire show. Let's say for the main event. I'd never seen Vic Capri or Capri ever before. Older guy, but this was like Tokyo light tube deathmatch towers, and they were blasting each other with light tubes and going through the towers, and it was fucking awesome. It was really, really good, and there was points where like I kept thinking Orm was going to win, and he did eventually win in the end. It took him a fucking like run-in sort of fucking cycle driver thing through a sheet of glass that was put on top of the ropes and fucking light bulbs, and he beat him, and then he put Vic over at the end, which was really good, and Vic says, yeah, he loves fucking doing this and he'll be back, type thing. This is one of the very few things that actually put something over on the mic, aside from the main event. But yeah, anyway, we'll move on to now the other semi-final match, which is Orm Veit against Alex Colon. This is another very short match. Both the semi-finals are like not even 10 minutes between the two of them, which is fair enough. Maybe that's why the show's so short, who knows. But anyway, Orm Veit against Alex Colon. I can't even really tell you that much about this match. I remember it being alright, but I remember it being very, very short, and I'm sure it was another sort of sneaky roll-up, quick little pin attempt thing, and Alex Colon was put out. I mean, I was expecting maybe him to go to the finals to wrestle Neil Diamond Cutter, but hey-ho, and we get our finals, which is Orm Veit against Neil Diamond Cutter. Hello, Nellie. She liked Insane 8 because it was so short, so concise. So this match, the ring's full of plunder. There's like a big, huge, like circle thing of like hula hoop of like light tubes. There's spray painted light tubes. Hello. It was really good. It was really vicious. Neil was getting the shit kicked out at the start of it. Really, really getting like absolutely destroyed. Yeah, I can see you. I can see you. But there was like the big tube of light tubes. I thought were going to do something. Somebody got thrown into it. Some of them didn't break. Some of them did break. Somebody got slammed onto it. There was like a thing of light tubes with like spray paint on in the corner, and previously there was like a big thing of like light tubes on like loads and loads of doors, all spray painted. Like 5 or 6 doors, all spray painted, covered in light tubes, like spray painting the light tubes. They didn't use any of them, and it was like, where the fuck did they go? And then apparently Neil Diamond Cutter had said to somebody wrote online that apparently there's things in the spray paint that can like seep into the bloodstream and stuff, and it's not very nice. So fair enough. And the biggest spot of this night was there was a big pane of glass covered in cut cans with carpet strips. Aye, you scratching me. Hey, don't scratch me. And look at her fucking trying to attack me, little cunt. Aye, what are you biting me for? Oi, I'll fight you. So pane of glass, carpet strips, cut can boards, and barbed wire I think was on it as well, and Neil Diamond Cutter got Death Valley drivered, or sort of like suplexed into this contraption of death, and underneath this contraption of death was a barbed wire fucking trampoline, and he bounced onto it and he bounced back off and landed back on it, and oh my god, it looks so fucking nasty. But it was really cool beforehand because Orm Veit was like, right, all the crowd fucking let's go, and it was just a sea of people just went over to this big fucking trampoline thing. But it was a really, really good match. And Neil won. Neil fucking won Insane 8, and I'm so fucking happy for him. Even Orm Veit was saying this is probably like this biggest tournament win since he won Prince of the Death Matches like fucking 11 years ago or something like that. So really good show. Go on Smart Mark Video, buy it. I made a highlight package. They've almost pretty much done a highlight package for the length of the fucking thing themselves. It's on Smart Mark Video. I bought the MP4, buy the Blu-ray, you know what I mean, support the company. And fucking well done to Neil Diamond Cutter. And now we move on to another show, that I watched to quickly review over this. It was H2O's Street Justice. So Ryan Redfield is outside the ring. Rat Tremont's in the ring to start the show, cutting a promo, talking about 440, H2O, Street Justice, Onita. Can't fucking wait for that show on fucking Halloween. It's gonna be fucking so fucking awesome. Anyway, Ryan Redfield's like outside the ring, and he kind of comes in the ring, goes to like take the mic off Matt Tremont. I was like, what the fuck's he doing? He's like, he like fucked up someone. He jumped his cue, and then after Matt Tremont went away, like Ryan Redfield ran in the ring. Was like, right, blah 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 blah. GG Everson, get in the ring, blah. Right, so GG Everson came in the ring. They had a very quick match, very brutal, sort of hard hitting match. Like GG Everson won. Like a little roll up, spat in his fucking face, and they ran away. It was great. I quite like GG Everson. Anyway, the next match we had Jenny Rose against Tatiana. I'm not familiar with either of these two ladies. Match was alright, but then there was like a sort of woman came on the apron with like green hair and a sort of like olden daisy sort of like long dress, like Victorian era dress and green hair. I was like, what the fuck's going on? She distracted Tatiana, and then Jenny Rose rolled her up, I think, and got the pin. It was alright. And then we got Reed Walker, who's apparently only had like 30 matches in his entire career, and was against Connor Claxton. Always could see Connor Claxton. Rather see him fucking everywhere. GCW, ICW, H2O, fucking no peace, everything. Reed Walker beat Connor Claxton with a fucking submission, which shocked me as a Nation of Intoxication loyalist. But I mean, fair enough, they're putting the young guys over, but I feel bad for Connor Claxton, but hey-ho. And then we got a four-way thing. This was quite funny. At the start of the match, there was like doors in all four corners, and the Grimy Bastards, Declan Grant and Devin Moore came out, and they moved all the doors, and the crowd was like booing them. And Devin Moore was like, right, we've got four fucking teams, like we need room to move. And you're like, yeah, fair enough. So Grimy Bastards against Chuck Payne and Mitch Fallon, against Chris Bradley and Christian Ross, against the Extricated, which is Aiden Bale and Mouse. So this is four corners doors match, basically a tables match. You get put through a door, you get eliminated. I'm sure the Grimy Bastards were out first. Then then Chuck Payne and Mitch Fallon were out. And then finally Chris Bradley and Christian Rose were out with a sort of powerbomb sliced bread thing from the Extricated through the door. So they're now the number one contenders, and I think they're going to fight them at WrestleMania 4, which I believe is the next event on September 25th, and I might be talking bullshit, but I think that's when it is. Now the next match we got, which was one of my favourite matches tonight actually, Gregory Iron against Drew Blood. Really good match, really entertaining, always good to see Drew Blood, much like Devin Moore, Notorious Inc. But Gregory Iron wins, 4-4-0, continue their domination of H2O. Good match, good technical match. And then we got Kennedy Copeland against Eddie Only. Fucking awesome to see Eddie Only back in the fucking ring. Go on to talk about a little bit him later. There was a fucking thing on the ICW Merchandise Club where they had silver, these new like metal cards. Like I won the ones previously. I got Gage, Takeda, and Kogar. But they had new ones. It was Patrick's, Kirk, Only, Ryan, and I was like, oh, I really wanted an Eddie Only one, and Neil Diamond Cutter as well. I really wanted Eddie Only or like Neil Diamond Cutter, but I fucking got paralytic drunk with my girlfriend through Edinburgh and fucking fell asleep for missed the sale. Fuck's sake. Anyway, still managed to get my posters though. So thanks ICW Notes Bard. Then we got Kennedy Copeland beat Eddie Only, which isn't a shame. Always could see Eddie Only selling the atomic drop where he sort of shakes and wriggles about. Fucking makes me laugh every time because that's the sort of sad loser that I am. And then we got everybody saying it was like match of the night, match of whatever. I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was anything amazing. It was certainly good for what it was. Atticus Kogar against Marcus Mathers. They had a gusset plate bat thing. They had barbed wire bats. They had skewers. They had chairs. They had light tubes. Light tubes, I'm sure. Skewers, headlock driver, elementary as they would say. Atticus Kogar won, which is very, really good. Marcus Mathers, good showing in a deathmatch thing, not his sort of forte. Then Austin Luke and somebody else came out. I think it was Declan Grant came out to sort of bring him at the ring and stuff. Decent match, really good. Then my favourite match, the main event. 6-man tag team, no fucking rules match. 4-4-0, the Bev, Ryan and Ricky Shane Page, and they are the H2O tag team champions. That's Bev and Ryan, the young studs, and RSP, the world champion. against White Trash Forever, WTF, which is Bruce Gray, Ron Mathis and Tyler Vox. Good match. Really enjoyable things to do with the tags. Nick Papagiorgio was the referee. There was a bit where he got like tapped in the head and he was down for like ages and ages and ages, made me laugh quite a lot. Almost down as long as the referee during Triple H and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 17 when he got given a sort of small elbow drop. I'm sure it was Mike Kyoto. I might need to check that up. Anyway, 4-4-0 win. I think the sneaky shenanigans. And then Matt Tremont comes out and says, I have notes for this, wherever the fuck they are. Hustlemania, which is September 25th, I was fucking right, 8 PM H2O Centre. So these are the matches that I vaguely remember. So it'll be Mouse and Aiden B will be against Ryan and Bev. Also, Declan Grant will be against Akis Kogar for the Danny Havoc Hardcore title. And the main event is a 4-way cage match. Chuck Payne, Ron Mathis, Devin Moore and RSP. And also Matt Tremont gave Greg Ryan a big spinning like fucking Insanity DVD at the end. So a really good show for H2O. H2O don't have bad shows. Oh yeah, and also Jimmy Lyon came out and challenged Alex Colon to the next show. Basically, very quick promo just came out, basically said, right, I want to fucking fight Alex Colon. So the next show, no staple guns, no bullshit, no injuries, no nothing. Them two, deathmatch. Be fucking great. So Hustlemania's certainly looking like a very good show. And then quickly I'll just go on to a little bit of GCW Off The Rails. This was on August 20th. I vaguely remember little bits and bobs. I had to rewatch the two main things that are important on the show. Not saying that the whole show wasn't important, not saying that the matches weren't good, but the two things that I actually wrote notes down for was Matt Cardona's promo, where he was fighting, who the fuck was he against now? Let me see, he was against somebody. I did not watch FSW versus GCW Off The Rails. I hate that building. That fucking FSW building, my god. I watched the first night of No Peace Underground's what was it called? Rituals, and I watched it, and I that building just it drains the life out of me. Even Paro against Eric Ryan in a dog collar match couldn't even bring it round. There's no light tubes. It's No Peace Underground. I understand if it's in a ring, but at least have some fucking weapons. You know what I mean? Where did we have it? Sam Stackhouse, sorry. So Matt Cardona came in the ring dressed as Vince McMahon from 2006 ECW when he beat Bobby Lashley and he had the do-rag on his head and stuff. Very amusing. But the only thing is even on the replay and shit on Fight, like you can't fucking hear what Matt Cardona's saying. It's like the volume's like edited and it's like looping over like the top of like it's weird. It's like clipped audio and it's difficult to hear what he's saying, and the commentary is so clear and crisp you can't make it a fucking word that he's saying. Basically, he's like, I'll challenge anybody in the GCW universe, and there's a big guy, Sam Stackhouse, was standing say Brett Lauderdale at the back. And he came out and they had a decent little match. Everybody was like, oh, Sam Stackhouse, blah blah blah. You know he's a fucking wrestler. He's wearing fucking knee pads when he gets in the ring. He did like a big flying kick. He did a moonsault. He reversed fucking Matt Cardona's finisher thing, the Rough Rider, I think it's called, in a power bomb. Like 1, 2, like oh my god. And what was it? Matt Cardona did the sort of woo woo boo, and then he fucking ran and gave the boot scrape to Stackhouse. Stackhouse looked alright, and then Ryder won in the end. It was about 5 minutes. The rest is the only other thing I can mention is Chris Bay against Triple Scorpio was really good. AJ Gray against Alley Catch was good. What else did I really enjoy? Also Jimmy Lloyd against Dark Sheik. And I'd say the main event was decent. They're just going to milk this until we actually get to September 4th for the Art of War Games. My birthday. Happy birthday to me. So it's Kogar, Ryan, Shane Page against MDK, Mance, Justice and Gage. Match was good. There's a really funny bit where like Eric Ryan was meant to be like attacking Mance Warner's arm, but it turned out it was Ricky Shane Page's arm and he's like pulling on his arm and everything. He's got a fucking elbow pad, like Mance Warner doesn't. Anyway, but it was funny and he kept doing it and Alex Kogar's like stop, please stop. It made me laugh. I was like, that was like the funniest part of the thing. And then eventually, finally, the very final thing, they brought light tubes out. Gage and Mance Warner brought light tubes out, and Ryan and Kogar just fucking baseball slide kicked them like right into their faces, which was great. And I forget who the pin was on. I think it was on Matthew Justice. He did like a sort of like flipping coast to coast into a door. RSP got pulled out of the way by Kogar. They won. Ricochet and Page did this sort of rolling pin thing. 4-4 win. Good fucking times. They all looked really, really good in their like white and black gear. White and black, sorry? Yellow and black. CCW, baby. Anyway. They won then. The sore losers at the MDK gang basically attacked them after the match, blast Kogar and Ryan with more light tubes. I just wish they had the light tubes longer. So everybody wants to see is light tubes. Just give us light tubes. Don't wait till the end of the fucking show. In 12 matches deeper, however many it was. Anyway, and then they attack Kogar and stab him up, and he scarpers, and we move on to our next show. Anyway, so that's just the sort of reviews done, and I will move on to talk about the September Bonanza of GCW shows. There's a fucking lot. So now I'm going to go through this rapid fire, fast as humanly possible, because GCW have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fucking shows in September. Jesus Christ. So tonight, Wednesday, which is in Michigan, Horror Slam Wrestling is against Game Changer Wrestling at the Knights of Columbus Hall. On Fight TV, I'll watch probably a little bit of it because I need to get fucking early tomorrow to fucking travel to Leeds. So who knows, I'll probably watch it on the fucking train. So this has got about 13 matches. Bruce Atwell versus Hollywood Ocho. Briar Wellington against Jimmy Lloyd. Briar Wellington is the owner of Horror Slam, I believe. We have got Jimmy Lloyd against Ron McDonald. I think it's a deathmatch clown related person. A 6-man scramble, so Atlas Hightower, Ace Austin, Satujin, Sean Longhorn, Justin Dream and Kyle Barnett. 4-way match, Sam Beal, Kyler Coleman, Rick Caridia, and Solo. There's so many different people, fucking hell. AJ Gray against Jason Hooch. 3-way dance death match. This sounds fucking awesome. Jeff King, Chuck Stein, Schlack. Fuck yeah. Detroit Street Fight, Jake Christ and Madman Fulton against the Death Threat Army, who is Aaron Orion and Jack Price. A lot of these people I have no idea who they are, by the way. I know the deathmatch guys. Nate Bock, and Rhino against the Second Gear Crew, Mansworn and Matthew Justice. That'll be fucking good. Matthew Justice against Rhino. That's what everybody wants to fucking see. Ali Catch and Effie against Jody Threat and Malcolm Monroe. We've got Joe Raymond against Gregory Iron. The Horror Slam title 3-way match, Tommy Vendetta, who's going to be coming back to ICW Knowles Bar, by the way, against Eric Ryan against John Wayne Murdoch. That'll be a fucking dream match. That'll be fucking awesome. And Trey Miguel on the Horror Slam heavyweight titles against Tony Deppen. Jesus Christ. And apparently Nick Gage is meant to be on the show, but I cannot fucking see him anywhere. Anyway, right. So that's September 2nd. September. Then where do we go? September. So that was September 1st. That's tonight. September 2nd. Guilty Conscience. Oh, you know that Eminem song, Detroit. That's clever. 8 PM. This is in the same place. Knights of Columbus Hall. So we've got this. A lot of this show is 4-4-0 against MDK gang. So we've first we've got a 6-man scramble featuring Rhino. Fucking hell. Gringo Loco, Tony Deppen, Jordan Oliver, Starboy Charlie, and SAF. That'll be fucking good. Rhino, what the fuck's going on? RSP against Alex Colon. That'll be fucking great. Nick Gage against Gregory Iron. Poor Gregory. Poor Gregory. Effie against Eddie Only. That'll be fucking entertaining. Cole Radix is against Ali Catch. Bobby Beverly is against AJ Gray. And main event, I believe, is GCW Tag Team title match. Second Gear Crew, Manson Justice against Kogar and Eric Ryan, the Prince and King of the death matches. Well, not the last Prince, because the new Prince is the Carver. And then, on to September 3rd, we have GCW. There's so many fucking shows. GCW is against Black Label Pro with 3 cups stuffed. Now, we have got the obligatory 6-man scramble, has to be one at every GCW show. Mike Jackson, Jordan Oliver, Billy Starks, Nick Wayne, who's like 16, Marcus Mathers, and Starboy Charlie. Black Label Pro Midwest Championship match, Alex fucking Shelley is against Tom Lawler. A 4-way Lucha Tag Team match, Jesus Christ, my poor brain is going to hurt after that. Juventud Guerrera and Super Crazy are a team, fucking hell. Against Aries and Gringo Loco, against Dragon Bane and El Hido del Capas Lupus, versus ASF and Laredo Kid. My god. And then there's an 8-man tag team match. Now this is going to be fucking insane. Nick Gage, the Second Gear Crew, Mance, AJ and Matthew Justice are against the Powers of Pain. You heard that fucking right. The Powers of Pain, Barbarian and the fucking Warlord, and Warhausen, which is Danhausen and Warhorse. Fucking, what the fuck is going on? Then we've got, which will be the main event, G-Raver against Jimmy Lloyd, and The End, Glass, Light Tubes. All sorts of stuff, who knows? Then we've got Chris Dickinson against Kevin Koo. And we've got Stallion Rogers against Too Cold Scorpio, and we've also got the Black Label Pro Heavyweight title match. Jake Something is against Effie. Whew. Then we move on to the big show. I mean, all these shows are big shows, but this show would be particularly big in my mind, which is the Art of War Games on my birthday, most important day of the year. We've got 2 ring ladder scramble fuckfest. This is going to be fucking mental. I'll be watching, probably watch all of these shows, at least until Effie's Big Gay Brunch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 shows over sort of Monday, Tuesday period when I'm like hungover from the weekend. Anyway, Gringo Loco, Shane Mercer, Jake Lander, Jordan Oliver, Dante Leon, Nick Wayne, ASF, Ninja Mac and Yoya in a 2-ring ladder scramble fuckfest match. The mind is blown already, that'll be fucking mental. Super Crazies against Juventud Guerrera in a fucking singles match. Tony Deppen against Ali Catch. Matt Cardona's defending his world title. And we've obviously got the main event, the War Games match. 440, Kogar, The Bev, Eric Ryan, RSP, Eddie Only and Irons against Team MDK, Gage, Effie, Mance, Justice, Cologne and AJ Gray. Like everybody? And Effie. I think I said everybody. I'm trying to remember everybody's names, fuck me. Jesus Christ, that'll be fucking awesome. And then we move on to Effie's Big Gay Brunch, which is the September 5th, the day after. We have got some matches announced for that. This is an afternoon show as well, which is good. Gets people catch up on their fucking sleep. Second Gear Crew against Billy Dixon and MB Young. Ashton Starr against Devin Monroe. Veda Scott against Edith Surreal. Ace Perry against Frontman Ja. Effie versus Jake Atlas. Paro against Jordan Blade in a bare knuckle brawl match. And Ali Catch against the Dark Sheik. So fuck me, that is like, what? That's like 3-4 fucking days of just like fucking GCW awesomeness in Michigan and in Chicago. It's fucking insane. All the shows are fucking selling out. It's mental. And then we move on to the highest in the room. This is back at the Ukrainian Culture Center in Los Angeles. And we have a couple matches announced for that. We have Chris Dickinson against Jacob Fatu. And motherfucking Minoru Suzuki is coming back to fucking GCW to fight Jonathan Gresham. What the fuck? Then, afterwards, we have on September 23rd, we have Emo Night. Or Emo Fight. Or Emo Night. Or Emo Fight. We've got Nick Gage announced for that. Nick Gage is going to be doing a DJ set. Don't know what the fuck's going on here. And then the night after that, both these shows, are in the Melrose Ballroom. The 23rd and 24th are both at the Melrose Ballroom, which is the same building where Wheatus played Spider-Nate Webb's theme, where it was Joey Janela's Lost in New York. And Get Lost a Lot, we have got one match announced for this. We have got Minoru Suzuki against fucking Homicide. So, mind blown. So much fucking GCW shit. So fucking much. And we will move on to ICW No Holds Barred. We've got more news to the Deathmatch Circus. For day 2, this is on the Saturday, this will be in the afternoon at 12 o'clock. Deathmatch Weapons Workshop with Gene and Tommy. Hall of Famer Gene. This is at the F5 Wrestling Compound in Fenton, Michigan, by the way. Night 2 of this will be NHB 19. We have Larry D making his fucking debut to No Peace, to No Holds Barred. There's too many different acronyms in my head. Larry D is going to be fighting Justin fucking Kyle. That'll be fucking awesome. Night 1 we have a new match for NHB 18. Oren Vite against Akira in the match that has fucking been rumoured to happen about 4 or 5 times, it feels like at this time. Something always happens. Somebody gets injured or something happens or somebody's delayed or something else happens. But so we're going to get this match, Oren Vite against Akira. Fucking fingers crossed anyway. And day 1 for the Pit 4. This is right after NHB 18. We've got an American Deathmatch title match. We've got Tommy Vendetta, who's going to be fighting the champion John Wayne fucking Murdoch. And we've also got a new show announced for ICW No Holds Barred. We've got finally the return of the Deathmatch fucking horror story. This is going to be on October 23rd at the Pawn Shop in Port Richey, Florida. Fuck yes. And we have got a couple of people announced for that. Nightmare Freddy fucking returns, and the returning fucking Alex Ocean, who is not retired from death matches. Don't let anybody fucking tell you otherwise. Anyway, move on to some other. Is in the afternoon on 3 PM during the Deathmatch Circus on night 2. Ruthless Pro Wrestling RPW is also part of the fuckery and carnage shit. So they're running a show called Inked in Blood. This is at 3 PM, as I said. We've got some fucking sick matches. I will be looking over and doing probably a review of Bump in the Night, their show that they ran. I believe it was on August 27th or 28th, but I don't think it's up on IWTV, but I believe it will be getting put up on IWTV. But whenever it is, I will review it because it looks fucking good. This is a company that I need to keep my fucking eyes on. So they've got matches announced for that. So way too much wire deathmatch. Randy West against Eddie Only. Fucking Randy West, fucking legend against Eddie fucking Only. That'll be sick. Dog Collar 4 Corners of Fuckery deathmatch. Madman Pondo against Bam Sullivan. John Wayne Murdoch and Josh Crane are having a 200 light tube weed whacker fuckfest deathmatch. This is in the afternoon. Like, John Wayne Murdoch's gonna have to do this and then defend his fucking American Deathmatch title against Dale Patricks later on that night. And then we also have Danny DeManto, the fucking boss of ICW No Holds Barred, against Reed Bentley in a cabins and fucking doors deathmatch. So Ruthless Pro Wrestling looks fucking awesome. I cannot fucking wait to watch their last show, watch lots of their previous shows, and fucking watch this one fucking live. Vicious Outcast Wrestling is back in October with Lord of Anarchy. This is going to be October 16th at Southside Turners, Indianapolis, Indiana. And I believe, I saw this announced somewhere on Twitter or Facebook or some form of social bullshit. But the first entrant into this is Dale Patricks, who's the last winner. I cannot find anywhere to verify that, so I've left a question mark. But I think Dale Patricks is in it. Anyway, fucking Vicious Outcast Wrestling's back. Lord of Anarchy's back. Fuck yeah. Small Note XPW have announced for the rebirth Eric fucking Ryan. So they're like, it's just basically all the best wrestlers from like the East Coast. You know what I mean? East Coast Texas. All the best deathmatch wrestlers. Atticus, Mance, Schlack, Masada, Koger, Ryan. All these people just going to XPW. Looks fucking good to me, like. And then we move on to No Peace Underground. So they're showing, I'm not going to try and pronounce it. It's AYAHUASCA. Anyway, New York on the 28th of August was apparently cancelled. There's nothing on No Peace Underground's social media or anything that said that. I read a thing on Murder Death Kill Club or some sort of deathmatch Facebook group that apparently like, somebody had parked a car somewhere and it was all bullshit and cop collars and all this shit, and the show got cancelled and the show couldn't run, so who fucking knows what happened with that. Anyway, that's a shame for all the people, all the boys there that were going to work and all the fans and everything, and seems a lot of fucking bullshit if you ask me, but hey ho, what you might fucking do, people are cunts. But anyway, we'll move on to September 11th at the motherfucking Soundbar in Orlando, Florida. No Peace is back home for Gauntlet of Death 3, and we've got matches announced for that. We've got Mickey Knuckles against AJ Gray. That'd be fucking awesome. We have also got Kevin Giza against Jimmy Lloyd. That'll be fucking great. I love both those fucking guys. Ty Hills against Keita, who's a person I'm not familiar with. We've also, I believe, got Bam Sullivan announced for the Gauntlet of Death match, and I assume be the main event. Neil Diamond Cutter against Paro for the No Peace Underground title match. And unlike the Eric Ryan Paro match, I believe we will get glass and light tubes and it'll be a bloodbath. Not saying that the match that Paro had with Eric Ryan was bad by any means, but just in that building with no light tubes, it just drained my face of all the energy. Now we move swiftly on to UK news. Now, TNT hosted their Summer Explosion on August 28th. There's so many fucking shows on August 28th. This was at Hangar 34 in Liverpool. Still got tickets for the fucking GCW fucking TNT show. Anyone who's listening, which would be fucking no one. Anyway, so Big Joe was against Clint Margera for the TNT Extreme Division title. Some pictures there, there was light tubes and skewers and shit. I've not yet seen the match, I've just seen photos. But Clint Margera retained his belt. And then a new company emerged in Derby, KCW, Kumite Combat Wrestling, which is a no-ring deathmatch company in the fucking UK. Fucking yes. Anyway, they had their first show, which was a three-way no-ring deathmatch. Poster here. Darko, Big Joe, and Alton Thorne. And the first KCW Death Wolf champion was Big fucking Joe. And I'm sure this was on the exact same day, I think this was the 28th, is the exact same day as the TNT Summer Explosion. So Big fucking Joe had like 2 death matches on the same day in different towns in England. Which is bizarre. Anyway, speaking of Big fucking Joe, this is going to be Friday. I'll be away to it. I'll be taking my fucking camera. I'll be taking videos and taking pictures and things for the Rise Outlaw Cup, which is going to be the very first ever 200 light tube death match in the UK. We've got some new matches announced for it. We've got Leo Darwin against Priscilla. I am not very familiar with Priscilla, but I imagine this match will be fucking mental, and it'll be very, very good to finally see Leo Darwin in person, because he's probably one of my favourite people on the roster. High quality fucking entertainment, charisma, out the fuck, he's awesome, so fucking funny, what a fucking heel. And we've also got HT Drake versus Jake Landers in a singles match, and Iceman, who's going to be at GOD2, is going to be the referee for the main event for the 200 light tube death match. That'll be fucking good. And we've also got a women's wrestling underground tournament on the way, and this starts at the Rise Outlaw Cup on September 3rd, which is Lizzie Evo and Gina Adams. I'm not familiar with either of those two ladies, but I'm sure the match will be fucking good. I believe it'll be them two against each other. Who knows? Anyway, and also in Japan, quickly before we finish up, Freedom's held their show, the Deathmatch Carnival Volume 2, on August 30th in the Corrigan Hall. And some pictures there. I won't go into results. I'll go over the matches once I actually see them. But in fact, I will go over results. So basically, Jun Kasai beat Yuki in a barefoot thumbtacks and Kenzan's match. Barefoot fucking light tubes as well. And on the main event, Violento Jack retained his Freedom's title against Takeda in a light tube fucking death match. But I have not yet, still not seen these matches. I want to fucking watch these matches, because Freedom's always puts on 11 out of fucking 10 quality fucking top tier deathmatch wrestling, so I can't fucking wait to watch them. Anyway, before I go and run away off down south to fucking Leeds, I've got Tank fucking t-shirt here. Fucking love fucking Tank. So this is, I've got these pictures here. Which t-shirt do you think I should wear to the Rise Outlaw Cup? Do you think I should wear Tank? Or do you think I should wear the Jun Kasai? Or the Neil Diamond Cutter? I'm trying to remember, because I'm pointing there as if they're really there, but they're not. Neil Diamond Cutter, Jun Kasai, the ICW Nolds Barred green fucking Boardwalk Buds t-shirt, or this fucking sick Tank t-shirt. Which one should I wear? Give me an idea, because I'll be taking all 4 of them with me, so I've got a choice, because I'm like a fucking woman. Anyway, that's been it for episode 22 of the News That Broke Glass. Next week's episode will probably be a lot longer, because we will have a full review of the Outlaw Cup. We'll have reviews of all fucking 9,000 GCW shows that are going on. Anyway, thank you and happy birthday to me. No deathmatch, no life. This has been the News That Broke Glass. Bye.